Well, time for another log. So, this is my first cross-training day, my second day of training altogether. Don't worry, I'm not going to do one of these every single day. Um, but today, I have a lot of other things on my mind. So it was good. I got up and got out of the house by about 6:30 or so. Um, and I was down at the pool at 7, and I did about a half hour, maybe a little bit more, of both breaststroke and backstroke. A couple of interesting things about that. On my way out the door, I had a Cliff Bar and I had a glass of milk for breakfast because I didn't want to do it on an empty stomach. Which I was glad because I needed the energy. Oh, here's the cat again. Say hi to everyone again. And she's like that. Then I got in the pool and did my thing. And afterwards, did a little teeny bit of hot tub and a little teeny bit of sauna, which was really nice. And I met a couple of nice people. And what was really interesting was I bumped into a friend of mine who lives in the area and who I haven't seen in months. And it was really good to bump into him. Trey, for those of you who are watching and who know who that is. Anyway, it was really interesting. First off, so I burned altogether 419 calories. My breakfast was 350 calories, so I'm still 69 in the hole, a good thing to start my day. One of the things I say about my running exercise in general is that it's a meal eraser, So now I've got 1,896 calories left in my budget today for 2 meals. And frankly, a 900 or so calorie meal is like a hog fest. You don't need to eat that much food. So I feel really good because I'm under for the week and I'm going to stay under for the week, which means that one of these days when I make one of these logs, you're going to hear about my next weight loss. It's a fact, which is a great thing. It was really interesting to me. I was thinking about it as I got on the road this morning. A friend of mine, I was talking to him the other day, and we were joking around about something, and I said that I was going to sock him in the nose for something, and he said, well, I better keep my distance from you, and I was like, please, I'm nobody, I can't. I run really fast now, but that's about all I got. He's like, dude, you're a 250-pound guy who works out, you're scary. And I never thought of myself that way before. I guess I am kind of scary sometimes. I think I'm turning into like a badass or something. Um, the other thing that's kind of on my mind that's really interesting about all this is there's this feeling, exercise gives you euphoria anyway. Trust me, for those who are not exercisers, get out there and try it. It's like drugs or something. I feel really amazingly good. But the thing that struck me both on my way down to the pool and my way back to the house after, one was that I am an athlete and I have this sense of sufficiency about it. My best friend, his dad, Pete, says this thing that's really smart, which is that if you have some big long-term goal, some big process or idea or thing you're trying to do in your life, and if you're even one step closer to doing it, if you're in the middle of getting there, you're already there. And he's right. He's totally right. December 31st this past year, I went on this 9.6-mile workout where I ran for a piece of it, not most of it, and I walked the rest of it, but I did it and I was able to do it, and it made me feel really damn good. And the race I'm gonna do is a 10-mile race. It's essentially the same thing, only I'm gonna be doing a lot more of it, of running in it. And the thing about that that's really sort of interesting is that in this Marathoning for Mortals book that I picked up and have read through now, the thing that I picked to do, the thing that makes sense for me at my age, I'm 40, is I'm going to do run/walk, which means that I run for an interval of X minutes, and then I walk for a smaller interval, and then I run some more. I'm not going to flat out run the whole thing, and that's okay. I don't need to run the whole thing. I don't need to run it as fast as anyone else or slower than anyone else. I just need to do it, and I'm kind of already doing it. I'm an athlete. I get up and I train and I, make it a part of my day. And I realize that attitude leaks over into other things. I'm experiencing this sense of sufficiency. I was talking to my boss the other day and he gave me my annual review and said that I'm a strong contributor. Does that mean that I am one of the top people doing all the top things at that job? No, it doesn't mean that. Um, and that's actually pretty okay because in the rest of my life, I have a lot of other stuff going on and ways that I want to change my life that aren't all about that job. And that's where I am, and I'm actually pretty happy about that. You know, I do advocacy work for the age play community, and I'm an author. I write both, expository journalism type things. You know, it's a vanilla side job that I do, as well as my novel and the fiction writing that I do, as well as my advocacy. And, frankly, I've got enough going on. And what I see is that I feel like with my exercise, with my training, with the writing I'm doing, with the advocacy work that I do, with my plans to be a therapist, I've got my life in my hands. I have a sense of control and guidance, that I'm driving it where I want to go. You know, I'm a Taoist, and Lao Tzu says that a good traveler has no fixed plans and is not intent upon their destination. Because the fact is that the destination can change at any moment, probably will. Um, you know, for me, running the race is the reward, the training is the work, and the work is actually a pleasure. And I kind of feel that way about everything in my life. Um, it's an amazing feeling. When I was a kid, my dad was this very successful, very wealthy man who I never really saw. And he traveled all over the world, and he did all of this very extreme stuff in terms of how he lived his life. But he didn't strike me as very happy. I remember having this sort of sense of doom about that, that I had to follow in his footsteps and be this very wealthy person. I mean, and I do fine, don't get me wrong. Um, but I'm happy with what I have. I have enough. I don't need to make a huge amount more. I just need to live the way I live more fully. So it's not about money, and it's not about weighing a certain amount of weight, and it's not about being able to run a certain distance. It's about enjoying the things I have, and I really do. Anyway, that's all for today. Peace.